What if I told you the reason your life hasn't changed is not because you failed, but because you've been following a broken map? Think about it. They told you to repeat affirmations, to visualize harder, to wait for the universe to notice you. But look closely. How many people are still stuck, repeating the same rituals, trapped in the same cycle, year after year? Here's the truth you were never meant to hear. You do not attract. You tune. Read that again. You do not attract. You tune. The reality you crave already exists. It's not far away. It's here, vibrating right now in the infinite field. And the only question is simple. Are you resonating with it? This changes everything. Because if you're tuned into fear, you can't expect abundance. If your nervous system is locked in survival, how can love flow? If your habits broadcast control, how could freedom ever arrive? The field doesn't care what you say. It cares what you broadcast. And what you broadcast is not words. It's your state, your emotions, your subconscious patterns. That's why manifestation seems broken. It's not broken. It's precise. Painfully precise. The field mirrors exactly what you are, not what you pretend to be. So the question is no longer, how do I attract? The question is, what am I emitting right now? When your heart, your mind, and your body finally say the same thing, the field responds instantly. Not with delay, not with struggle, with precision. But here is the warning. Every moment you hesitate, every moment you stay out of alignment, the frequency you desire slips further away. This is not about waiting. This is not about hope. This is about now. This moment. The moment you decide to stop chasing and start tuning. Because the window is open, but it will not stay open forever. The field is listening. Right now. What signal are you sending? Ask yourself. How long have you been working harder, pushing more, hoping the universe will finally reward your effort? How many times have you told yourself tomorrow will be different, only to wake up and face the same reality again? Isn't it exhausting? The endless chase, the rituals repeated, the hope that slowly turns into quiet doubt. But what if the problem is not you? What if the map you were given was broken from the very beginning? You were told effort equals success. But if that were true, why are millions still stuck? Why are so many people doing everything right, but watching nothing shift? The reason is simple. Effort does not equal alignment. Force does not equal frequency. The field responds not to the sweat on your skin, but to the vibration inside your core. Is why the concept of attraction is outdated. You were never meant to pull reality into you. You were meant to tune to it. Think of a radio. You don't drag the station closer by screaming louder. You turn the dial. You adjust the frequency. And suddenly, the signal is clear. Life works the same way. The reality you crave is already broadcasting. Right now. The only question is, are you tuned to receive it? Science proves this. In quantum physics, nothing becomes real until it is observed. Until attention collapses possibility into form. That collapse is not effort. It is frequency. Your awareness. Your intention. Your inner state dot. And here's the danger. If your attention is soaked in fear, if your nervous system is trapped in survival, the field does not hear your dreams. It hears your fear. That is why the universe feels silent. It's not silent. It's responding with painful accuracy. Imagine a woman in New York. For 10 years, she practiced every law of attraction ritual. Vision boards, crystals, journals filled with affirmations. But her life refused to change. Why? Because every night, her chest tightened with worry. Every morning, her body vibrated with stress. She wanted abundance, but she was tuned to fear. Nothing shifted until she changed her state. Not her words. Her state. This is the key. The shift is not outside. The shift is inside. The frequency must change, and now it comes back to you. Right now. What frequency are you broadcasting? The field is not fooled by your words. It does not wait for your hope. It mirrors your coherence. When your heart, your mind, and your body are finally aligned, the field answers instantly. So ask again. What are you emitting right now? Because the truth is urgent. Every moment you wait, you drift further from the reality that is already yours. Every second of hesitation is a signal, and the field responds to that signal without mercy. Do not wait. Do not postpone. This moment is the doorway. This moment is the choice. If you are tired of the cycle, break it now. If you are ready to stop chasing and start tuning, declare it now. Say it with certainty. Say it with presence. Comment right now. I choose change, not tomorrow. Not someday. This moment, because the field is listening. The signal is being sent, and your frequency will decide everything that comes next. So let me ask again. What are you broadcasting right now? What signal is shaping your reality in this very breath? The choice is yours. The frequency is yours. And the time is now. Comment. I choose change, and let the field hear the truth of who you are becoming. Your life is waiting. Your signal is the key, and this moment is the beginning. Every moment, you are broadcasting a signal that cannot be faked. Have you ever stopped to feel it? To realize that even in silence, even in stillness, your body is transmitting? Not your words, not your promises, not the affirmations you rehearse in front of the mirror. It is your state. Your emotions, your nervous system. The field does not listen with ears. It listens with vibration. And here's the secret most people never see. Your mind creates an electric charge. Your heart creates a magnetic field. Together they form your signature frequency. Dr. Joe Dispenza says it clearly. Thoughts send the signal out. Emotions draw the experience back. So what happens if your mind says abundance, but your heart beats in fear? What happens if your words cry freedom, but your body trembles in survival? The answer is painful. You broadcast conflict. You send mixed signals. And the field always mirrors what is real, not what is rehearsed. Think about it. You can repeat, I am safe all day long. But if your chest is tight, if your breath is shallow, if your muscles are frozen, your body is screaming a different message. Which signal do you think the field will answer? It will answer the one you cannot fake, the one your body radiates, the one your subconscious repeats without words. This is why so many people feel betrayed by the process. They try harder. They say more affirmations. They visualize until their eyes hurt. But nothing changes. It is not because the universe is cruel. It is because the universe is precise. Too precise to be fooled by words. So here's the question. Right now, what are you truly broadcasting? Not what you hope, not what you pretend, but what your nervous system is actually radiating. A veteran in America once discovered this truth the hard way. After war, his body carried the storm of PTSD. Every sound triggered panic. Every silence echoed with fear. He tried to affirm peace, to pray for calm, but his body betrayed him. His signal was survival. Until he learned to breathe differently. Until he learned to bring his heart into rhythm with his breath. Slowly, the chaos inside shifted. His nervous system moved from fight to harmony. And then life responded. Not because he begged for change, but because he became coherent. Asterisk, that is the power of your signal. It cannot be faked, but it can be tuned. So look inside. Feel your chest. Feel your breath. Ask yourself, What is my heart saying when my mouth is silent? Because that is the language the field hears. That is the true prayer. That is the frequency shaping every moment of your life. And here lies the urgency. Every day you remain in fear, you send that frequency. Every day you allow stress to rule your breath, you lock yourself in the same loop. You think you are waiting. But the truth is, the field is waiting for you, waiting for your coherence. Waiting for your signal to match the reality you crave, So the invitation is simple. Do you want to become coherent today? Do you want your mind, your heart, and your body to finally say the same thing? Then choose it now, not later, not someday. Now, hit like if you are ready to step into coherence. Not for me, for you, for the signal that cannot be faked. Because in the end, the question is never, what do you want? The real question is, what are you radiating in this moment? And if vibration is real, if your signal is already shaping tomorrow, then ask yourself one final question. If vibration is the truth, how will you learn to tune it? When your heart, your mind, and your body speak in unison, the entire universe sings with you. But ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt that harmony? You say the words, I trust, yet your chest is tight, your shoulders are heavy, your breath is shallow, your body does not lie. It speaks the truth your words cannot cover, and here is the truth you cannot ignore. If your heart, your mind, and your body are not aligned, the signal you send is fractured, weak, incoherent. The field does not respond to fragments. It responds to coherence. So the real power is not in repeating more affirmations, not in forcing more action. The real power is in alignment. When the heart beats in rhythm with the mind, when the body relaxes into that same truth. That is when the signal becomes unstoppable. HeartMath Institute has proven it. When your heart and brain enter coherence, stress melts away. Intuition sharpens. Decisions become clear. Your body shifts from survival into creation. Imagine it. A signal so clean, so powerful, that the universe cannot help but reflect it back. But here is the danger. Most people live split. Their mind screams one story. Their heart whispers another. Their body trembles in fear, and the field mirrors the chaos. So let me ask you directly, what are you broadcasting right now? Because coherence is not a luxury. It is the difference between power and confusion, between attraction and resistance, between waiting forever and shifting now. A CEO in Silicon Valley once stood before a decision worth millions. Pressure was high. Logic fought emotion. Stress clouded clarity. He could have forced an answer. He could have acted from fear. But instead, he paused. He closed his eyes. He brought his breath into rhythm with his heart. He tuned coherence. And in that state, clarity emerged. He made the decision. And the outcome was success. Not by chance. By frequency. This is the secret. The most powerful leaders, creators, visionaries, they are not chasing harder. They are tuning deeper. Because when coherence is present, the field answers instantly. So where does that leave you? Right here. With a choice. Will you keep sending mixed signals? Will you keep saying one thing while your body betrays another? Or will you align? The invitation is clear. Comment right now. I choose coherence. Declare it not as a wish, but as a signal. Let the field hear your choice, because the universe is not waiting for words. It is waiting for alignment. Feel the urgency. Every day you remain split, you delay the life already vibrating for you. Every moment you live incoherent, you send a signal of confusion, and the field mirrors it without hesitation. But when your heart, your mind, and your body say the same thing, everything changes. So breathe. Place your hand on your chest. Slow down the rhythm. Feel your body follow. Let your thoughts soften. Let your emotions rise to gratitude, to love, to trust. This is coherence. This is power. This is the language the universe never ignores. And here is the mystery. The moment you taste coherence, you will wonder how you ever lived without it. The moment you feel the universe sing back to you, you will realize this was never about effort. It was always about alignment. So once again, I ask you, what are you broadcasting right now? And deeper still, what will you choose to broadcast next? The field is listening. The choice is yours. Declare it. Embody it. Comment, I choose coherence. Right here. Right now. Because when your heart, your mind, and your body speak as one, the universe sings with you. And the only question left is this. What breaks that harmony? What steals your coherence? And why do you allow it? Fear is not only in your mind, it is a signal echoing across the universe. Have you felt it? That cold grip in your chest when you open your bank account. That tight breath when you think about your future. That rush of panic that arrives before you even take the first step. You tell yourself you want abundance. You tell yourself you want freedom. Yet deep inside, your nervous system is locked in survival. And here is the truth. Survival has a frequency. Fear has a frequency. And it broadcasts louder than your words. The universe is not fooled by your affirmations. It listens to your vibration. It mirrors the signal you cannot hide. So ask yourself, what are you really sending out? Because when fear is your station, abundance cannot tune in. When your body is trapped in fight or flight, love has no room to flow. When every cell is vibrating with threat, freedom cannot land. Science proves it. Inside your brain sits the amygdala, part of the limbic system. Its job is survival. The instant it senses danger, it floods your body with signals. Adrenaline spikes, muscles tighten, heart races, breath shortens. Your entire system screams fight, flee, or freeze. That reaction may have saved ancient humans from predators. But today, it chains you. It traps you in low frequency. Think about this. You might be sitting safely in your home. No real threat. Yet the moment you check your account, your body reacts as if a predator is at your throat. Your signal is fear, and the universe echoes it back with precision. This is why people stay stuck. Not because they are lazy, not because they are unworthy, but because they are broadcasting fear without even knowing it. And fear blocks creation. Fear cancels coherence. Fear keeps you locked in cycles of survival instead of expansion. But here is the mystery. The same system that traps you also holds the key to your liberation. A professional athlete in America once stood on the edge of collapse. Panic attacks before every game. Muscles shaking. Breath shallow. His talent buried under fear. Doctors gave him labels. Coaches gave him pressure. But nothing worked until he discovered the vagus nerve. The pathway between breath, heart, and brain. He learned to slow his inhale, to lengthen his exhale, to bring his body out of fight and into balance. And everything changed. His panic softened. His body calmed. His signal shifted. And performance returned. Not by force, by frequency. This is the lesson. You cannot beg fear away. You cannot lie your way into safety. You must tune differently. You must shift the broadcast at the level of your body. So let me ask you, how many times have you thought you were manifesting abundance while your body was vibrating with fear? How many times have you affirmed love while your breath carried panic? How many times have you prayed for freedom while your chest was locked in survival? The field hears the truth, not the wish. And the truth is in your nervous system. That is why urgency matters. Because every moment you remain in fear, you broadcast scarcity. Every moment you hesitate, you mirror survival. And the universe, precise as a mirror, gives you more of the same dot, so the choice is clear. Will you let fear continue to decide your frequency? Or will you choose to shift? If you have ever felt fear lock you down, if you know the prison of that vibration, press like right now. Not as a gesture, as a declaration, as a signal, because the universe is listening in this very moment. The question is not, do you want abundance? The question is, can you tune out of fear? And here lies the doorway, the breath, the rhythm of your heart, the calm of your body. This is how you rise out of survival and into creation. Fear may be echoing across the universe, but coherence can echo louder. Alignment can broadcast stronger, Dot. So once again, I ask you, what are you sending right now? Because fear is not just in your mind. It is a signal. It is vibrating. It is shaping your reality. And if fear is the enemy, then what about the silent enemy hiding just behind it? What about the subtle force that seems harmless but robs you of action? What about the hidden trap that looks like comfort but steals your future? That is the next truth you must face, and you need to ask yourself now. If fear is only the first prison, what is the second one you never saw coming? Procrastination is not laziness. It is your brain's survival mechanism. Have you ever wondered why you promise yourself you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes? You tell yourself you'll take action. You plan, you write lists, you imagine the change. Yet when the moment arrives, you hesitate. You stall. You wait, Dot, and then guilt creeps in. You call yourself lazy, weak, unmotivated, but the truth is different. Your brain is not against you. It is trying to protect you. Procrastination is not failure. It is avoidance. It is the nervous system choosing short-term relief over long-term growth. Every time you face a challenge, your brain evaluates danger. What if I fail? What if I am judged? What if I am not enough? And to protect you from the discomfort of these questions, it whispers, not now, later, tomorrow. But tomorrow is a trap. Tomorrow is the cage. Tomorrow never arrives. Science explains it clearly. Through neuroplasticity, your brain rewires itself with every repeated choice. Each time you delay, you carve a deeper path of hesitation. Delay becomes habit. Habit becomes identity. And soon, procrastination is not something you do. It is who you believe you are. But here's the breakthrough. If the brain can wire procrastination in, it can wire it out. Asterisk, the same plasticity that chained you can free you. Think of a student at Harvard, brilliant, ambitious, yet paralyzed by hesitation. Every assignment delayed, every project postponed, stress mounting, future slipping. Until one day, she discovered the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins. Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move. That single shift broke the cycle. She bypassed the brain's survival instinct. She interrupted the loop. She acted before fear could speak. And in that moment, she rewired her future. Action became habit. Confidence grew. Opportunities opened, not because she waited for motivation, but because she acted before the brain could shut her down. Asterisk, and this is the key for you. You do not need to feel ready. You do not need to feel fearless. You only need to act in the small window before your brain slams the brakes. Because procrastination is not about the task. It is about the feeling attached to the task. Your brain is trying to keep you safe from the discomfort of growth. But growth only lives on the other side of discomfort. So let me ask you directly. How many dreams have you delayed because of this trap? How many times have you silenced your own potential by listening to the voice of later? What if the life you want is one action away? One decision away? One moment of courage away? And what if that moment is now? The urgency is real. Every time you choose delay, you strengthen the chain. Every time you wait, the brain learns waiting is safer. And soon, waiting becomes your default frequency. But you can break it. Right here, right now, the loop can be shattered. The signal can be tuned. The future can be rewritten. Are you ready to end the cycle? If you are, declare it. Comment right now. I act now. Not later. Now, not as a wish. As a signal. As a broadcast to the field that you are no longer the prisoner of delay. Because procrastination is not laziness. It is survival. But survival is not living. Living demands action. Living demands alignment. Living demands that you move before fear takes the wheel. So I ask again, are you ready to break free? Feel the weight of every tomorrow you have wasted. Feel the sting of every chance you postponed. And then ask yourself, will I allow this pattern to steal another day? The answer is in your hands. The choice is in your breath. The moment is now. Because if procrastination is the silent chain, then what is the quantum solution that melts it away? That is the next discovery waiting for you. One breath can change your entire life. Have you ever stopped to feel the weight of that truth? We live in a world that worships the big leap, the massive breakthrough, the overnight success. But ask yourself, has waiting for that giant moment ever truly changed you? Or is it the small things, the quiet choices, the hidden habits that shape who you become? The secret is simple. Consistency beats intensity. Small adjustments outlast explosive effort. One breath can calm the storm inside you. One moment of presence can redirect your entire day. One choice repeated can rewrite your entire future. And yet most people ignore the small. They chase the big. They wait for the breakthrough while missing the doorway that was always in front of them. Your brain is not built on grand gestures. It is built on repetition. Neuroplasticity proves it. Every thought, every action, every breath rewires your brain. Tiny pathways grow stronger. Habits carve themselves into your nervous system. What you repeat, you become. So the question is not, what is the massive leap you are waiting for? The question is, what tiny step will you take right now? Think about it. A man in Chicago once felt trapped in the grind. Office job, long commutes, stress eating away at his health. He dreamed of a breakthrough, a new career, a sudden shift. But nothing changed until one morning he tried something different. Just 5 minutes of breathing. 6 in, 8 out. Heart slowing. Mind quieting. Body aligning. He did it again the next day. And again the next. 5 minutes became 10. Stress began to melt. Focus sharpened. Energy returned. His choices shifted. His career opened. His relationships healed, not from a single explosion of change, but from one small breath repeated with consistency. That is the power of small adjustments. That is the power of frequency over force. So what about you? How many times have you dismissed the small because it felt insignificant? How many times have you delayed your future waiting for the dramatic? The truth is urgent. Waiting for the leap keeps you frozen. Choosing the small action frees you now, because life is not changed in a single leap. It is changed in the rhythm of your breath, the pattern of your choices, the frequency of your state, and you have the power to shift it in this moment. So here is the invitation. Try it now. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 8. Feel your body soften. Feel your heart align. Feel your nervous system tune into coherence. Do it again. And again. This is not about waiting for motivation. This is about proving to your brain that you are safe, that you are present, that you are becoming the future you want. and every repetition strengthens the signal. Every breath broadcasts a new frequency dot, so I ask you, what will you choose right now? Will you wait for the leap that never comes? Or will you claim the breath that is already here? Declare it. Comment now, I am breathing. Let the field hear your choice. Let your nervous system broadcast your new frequency, because the truth is undeniable. Small changes build unstoppable momentum. One breath, one step, one choice. And once the pattern is set, the leap you thought you needed becomes unnecessary, because you are no longer chasing. You are already a line dot, so once again, I remind you, one breath can change your entire life, but only if you take it. Only if you repeat it. Only if you allow the small to become the doorway to the great. The universe is listening. The field is mirroring. And the signal you send with this very breath is shaping your tomorrow dot. So ask yourself, are you breathing the past? Or are you breathing the future? Because this moment holds the key dot, and the next mystery waiting for you is this. How do you know which adjustment is truly yours? How do you discover the frequency that was always meant to be your own? The strongest frequency is your truth. But let me ask you, how many times have you hidden it? How many times have you played a role just to be accepted? You smiled when you wanted to cry. You agreed when you wanted to scream no. You pretended just to belong. And every time you did, your signal fractured. Your frequency weakened. Because here is the truth. The universe does not respond to masks. It responds to resonance. And resonance only comes from authenticity. That you can fake success. You can fake confidence. You can fake belonging. But you cannot fake vibration. The field always hears what is real dot, so why do we hide? Why do we pretend? Because the world taught us that being real was dangerous. That showing your truth meant rejection. That authenticity meant risk dot. But ask yourself, what is the bigger risk? Being rejected for who you are, or being loved for who you are not? Because one path leaves you hollow, the other makes you magnetic. Positive psychology confirms it. Research shows authenticity is tied to long-term happiness, deeper relationships, and resilience under stress. When you live aligned with your truth, your nervous system calms. Your choices flow. Your energy becomes clean. And clean energy is powerful energy dot. Think of the speaker in Texas. At first, he tried to impress. He copied the styles of others. He wore the mask of perfection. And yet every speech fell flat. Audiences nodded politely, but forgot his words as soon as they left. Until one day, he dropped the act. He told his real story. His failures. His doubts. His scars. And suddenly, the room leaned in. People cried. People cheered. People saw themselves in him. His career exploded. Not because he was perfect, but because he was real. That is the power of authenticity. It cuts through noise. It pierces the mask. It speaks directly to the soul dot. So what about you? How many opportunities have slipped by because you were too busy pretending? How many connections stayed shallow because you hid your truth? And how much longer will you let that mask define your life? Because the frequency of authenticity is not just strong. It is the strongest. It is the cleanest. It is the most magnetic. When you broadcast from truth, the universe aligns. The right people appear. The right doors open. The right moments find you. Not by accident. By resonance dot, so the choice is simple. Will you keep faking? Or will you finally broadcast who you really are? Feel the urgency. Every moment you hide, you send a signal of distortion. Every time you pretend, the field mirrors confusion back at you. But when you choose authenticity, the mirror clears. The signal strengthens. The field sings with you dot, so here is your invitation. If you choose to live your truth, press like now. Not for me, for you, as a declaration, as a frequency, because every click is not just an action. It is a broadcast, a statement that says, I am done pretending. I am real dot, and the universe never ignores that signal dot. So let me ask you again, what are you broadcasting right now? A mask or the truth? Asterisk, because the mask might win you applause, but only truth will give you resonance, and resonance is what turns effort into flow. It is what makes your life magnetic. Remember this. The strongest frequency is your truth, and once you feel it, once you live it, once you breathe it, there is no going back. So comment now. Declare it. I choose authenticity. Let the field hear it. Let your future hear it, because the story is not complete without your truth. And that brings us to the next mystery. If authenticity is your strongest frequency, how do you craft the story that carries it to the world? A true story can pierce straight into the subconscious. Have you ever wondered why a single story can make you cry? Why words spoken from the heart can break through walls that logic never could? Because stories are not just entertainment. They are signals. They are vibrations. They bypass the critical mind and speak directly to your subconscious. This is why you remember a story long after you forget a lecture. This is why a tale told in childhood can still shape your choices decades later. Stories are frequency in motion. And when the story is authentic, it becomes magnetic. Science proves it. Research from Uri Hassan at Princeton shows that when a storyteller shares a genuine story, the listener's brain literally syncs with theirs. Neural activity aligns. Patterns mirror. For a moment, two minds beat as one. That is the hidden power of storytelling. It is not persuasion. It is synchronization. So ask yourself, what kind of stories are you feeding your subconscious? Stories of fear? Stories of scarcity? Stories of failure? Or stories of courage? Stories of freedom? Stories of possibility? Because your vibration follows your story. Change the story. Change the signal. Think of a teacher in California. Her students were broken by trauma. Their eyes heavy. Their spirits closed. No textbook could reach them. No lecture could heal them. So she began to tell her own story. The pain she endured. The mistakes she made. The wounds she carried. And something shifted. A classroom grew quiet. Students leaned in. Tears rolled. Laughter followed. Walls dissolved. Because in her story, they found themselves. In her truth, they saw their own. And healing began. Not through rules. Not through discipline. Through resonance. This is the secret most people miss. Storytelling is not about performance. It is about transmission. When you tell a true story, your vibration flows into theirs. Your frequency enters their field, and the subconscious does not resist. It receives. It absorbs. It remembers. So why does this matter for you? Because your story is the most powerful tool. You have to shift your frequency. You can repeat affirmations. You can visualize harder. But if the story you carry about yourself is filled with fear, no technique will work. Your story is your signal. So what story are you telling yourself right now? That you are not ready? That you are not enough? That you must wait? Or that you are already becoming? That you are aligned? That you are tuning into the frequency that was always yours? Because the subconscious listens to story more than it listens to reason. And here is the urgency. Every day you replay the wrong story, you reinforce the wrong frequency. Every time you relive failure, you broadcast failure. Every time you repeat fear, you broadcast fear. But you can shift it with a single story. So I ask you, do you want to hear more stories like these? Do you want to feel the resonance of truth vibrating inside you? If you do, comment right now, "I sync," because the field is listening. Your declaration is a frequency. And know this, the moment you align with a true story, you stop chasing. You stop forcing. You stop pretending. You simply resonate. And resonance is irresistible. So once again, let me remind you, a true story can pierce straight into the subconscious. It can heal. It can transform. It can rewire your vibration faster than logic ever could. But only if you choose it. Only if you open yourself to it. So ask yourself now, if a story can synchronize your mind and heart with another, what structure makes a story timeless? What hidden pattern allows a story to live forever? That is the mystery we uncover next. Have you ever felt the pull of something greater than yourself? The whisper that calls you beyond the walls you know so well? You stand at the edge, heart pounding, senses alive. The familiar world behind you feels smaller, narrower, almost suffocating. But ahead, there is a challenge that will demand everything from you. Are you ready to step forward? You leave behind routines, the safety of predictability, the comfort of what everyone calls normal. Each step forward is a step into uncertainty. Your mind races. Fear rises. Doubt whispers. But something deeper stirs within you. A spark that says you are not meant to remain in the shadows. You are meant to become more. Imagine the old model of yourself. The habits, the limitations, the small thinking that kept you contained. You've outgrown it. You feel it pressing against your chest, a tightness of restriction. And now you face the internal battle, the struggle between what is safe and what is possible. Do you cling to the known, or do you step into the unknown? The journey is not simple. It is filled with trials, moments that test your courage, your patience, and your resolve. Every obstacle is a mirror, reflecting the parts of you you have ignored, the fears you have buried. This is the crucible that will forge you into something extraordinary. This is the moment where the ordinary becomes exceptional. Think of Joseph Campbell, the stories of heroes across time, the monomyth. Every legend, every epic, every tale of triumph follows the same pattern. There is a call, a departure, trials, transformation, and a return. You are part of this tradition. The story is not just theirs. It is yours. Every challenge you face is a chapter in a narrative that only you can write. Consider a boy who arrived in a new country with nothing but hope. Everything was different, overwhelming, sometimes cruel. He faced setbacks, ridicule, isolation. And yet, step by step, he navigated the unknown. He learned to adapt, to innovate, to push beyond the limits imposed on him. Years later, that boy became a successful entrepreneur. The world could not contain him. And like him, you have the same potential. But the question remains, when you reach the climax of your journey, when the final trial stands before you, what will you do? Will you falter, retreat to the safety you once knew? Or will you rise, claiming the power that has always been within you? The choice is yours, and it is urgent. Every obstacle, every setback, every shadow of fear is not meant to stop you. It is meant to awaken you, to reveal the hero that has been inside you all along. You are not merely a participant. You are the protagonist, the one who determines the outcome. Your story begins here with a single decision. One step into the unknown, one commitment to your own evolution. Feel the tension. The world you know is shrinking. The call of adventure grows louder. Can you hear it? It is the voice of possibility, the pull of potential, the promise that if you dare, if you act, you will emerge transformed. You are being called to shed the old, to embrace the challenge, to rewrite the rules of your life. Imagine yourself stepping across that threshold. The familiar fades. You face trials that test every skill, every belief, every conviction. And with each trial, you grow. You adapt. You evolve. Fear is present, yes, but it is no longer your master. Every victory, no matter how small, fuels your ascent. Every failure becomes a lesson, a stepping stone toward mastery. And what is waiting at the peak of your journey? Power, clarity, a vision of yourself that you could not see before. You become the architect of your own reality, the quantum creator, shaping the life you once only dreamed of. The transformation is profound, undeniable. You have left behind the ordinary. You have become extraordinary God. But remember, the climax is not just an endpoint. It is a revelation, a mirror held up to your courage, a proof of what happens when you refuse to settle, when you choose to rise above the familiar. The world may test you, it may challenge you, it may even threaten you, but you are no longer the person who started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and unbreakable. The thrill, the tension, the awe of discovery, it is yours to command. You are not waiting for someone else to give you permission. You are claiming it yourself. Every step, every risk, every choice brings you closer to the life you were meant to lead. Do you feel it? That surge of purpose? That is the heartbeat of a hero awakening. Now, take a breath. Feel the energy coursing through you. The world is vast, filled with unknowns, but also with infinite possibilities. This is your moment, your story, your adventure, and it begins the instant you choose to act, to embrace the unknown, to step forward even when fear screams otherwise. If you are ready to step into your own journey, to face the trials, to transform, then declare it now. Speak it with conviction. Say, I am the hero. And in saying it, you take the first true step toward a life beyond the ordinary, toward the extraordinary reality waiting for you. So, what happens when you reach the climax? What happens when the final challenge stands before you? You rise. You become more than you ever imagined. You step into your destiny. You take the life that was always meant to be yours. The journey is not a story someone else tells. It is the story you live. It begins with a single decision. Are you ready? Step forward. Claim your power. Become the hero of your own life. The adventure is yours to lead. The transformation is yours to embrace. The moment is now. I am the hero. Do you feel it? The tension in the air, the weight of choice pressing down on your chest. One step left, one step right. One path keeps you safe, predictable, known. The other pulls you into the unknown. Thrilling, terrifying, alive. Which will you choose? The moment demands your attention. You cannot hide. You cannot postpone. Everything you have done, every trial, every sacrifice, every struggle has led you here. And now the fork appears. Fear whispers in one ear. Freedom calls in the other. Can you hear it? That pull of possibility? That surge of life waiting beyond the boundaries of your comfort? Imagine the old reality, the life that feels familiar but constraining. The walls around you seem solid, unyielding, yet you have already felt their edges. The familiar brings safety, yes, but it also brings stagnation. You feel it, don't you? The quiet frustration, the gnawing sense that you are meant for more. That what you see now is not all that can be. And then there is the new horizon. The future that awaits if you dare to step forward. Brighter, fuller, richer in ways your old life cannot contain. Freedom is not easy. It is not comfortable. It is raw, unpredictable, and it demands courage. But it also promises transformation. Every risk, every leap, every heartbeat pounding against uncertainty brings you closer to the life you were born to live. Think of the athlete who faced devastation, a body broken, a dream almost lost. Doctors doubted. Friends feared. Yet inside, a quiet fire burned. He refused to surrender to circumstance. Every grueling day of rehab, every moment of pain became fuel for his comeback. And when he returned to the field, stronger, faster, unbroken in spirit, the world witnessed the power of choosing courage over fear. That could be you. That will be you. Do you see the contrast? The old world versus the new. Fear versus freedom. Comfort versus possibility. Nancy Duarte calls it sparkline. The tension, the opposition, the dramatic pull between what was and what could be. It is electric. It is unbearable. It is irresistible. You feel the surge because you are alive. You are at the edge. You are ready. The decision is not theoretical. It is visceral. Heart racing. Hands trembling. Mind spinning. Every instinct screams. Your body knows the stakes. Your soul knows the reward. One choice leads to safety, predictability, the familiar embrace of fear. The other leads to liberation, growth, a life that expands beyond the limits you have known. What will you do? Will you shrink back into the old reality, letting doubt dictate your life? Or will you step forward into the fire, embrace the unknown, and claim the freedom that waits just beyond the threshold? Can you feel it calling? The pulse, the energy, the electric charge that surges when you stand on the brink of something transformative? Every step you hesitate, the tension builds. Every heartbeat is a countdown. The world may not wait. The moment may pass. But you are here. You are present. You are ready to choose. And in this choice, there is a spark that ignites your inner power. It is the spark of courage, of defiance, of life lived fully, unshackled by fear. Picture yourself stepping forward. The first step is small, trembling, uncertain. But it matters. Each subsequent step gains momentum, clarity, and force. You feel your body align with your intention. You feel your mind sharpen. You feel your soul awaken. Freedom is not distant. It is immediate. It is yours for the taking. And the explosion happens not outside, not in the world, but inside. A surge of energy, a rush of clarity, a deep recognition of who you truly are. The chains fall away. Can you feel it? That pull, that subtle nudge at the edge of your awareness. The future is not waiting. It is calling. It remembers you. Every choice, every step, every moment of courage you have taken has led to this. And now the horizon shifts. You are no longer chasing. You are becoming. The journey that once felt endless, that demanded relentless effort, has led you here. Every trial, every challenge, every late night, every moment of doubt has coalesced into resonance. You can feel it inside you, the alignment of purpose, mind, and energy. Your thoughts, your actions, your very being vibrate with a frequency that reshapes reality. The old patterns no longer bind you. You are fluid, dynamic, a living force of creation. Imagine a small community in America. At first, they were ordinary, scattered, uncertain. But they chose to practice together, to attune themselves to a shared frequency, to synchronize their efforts, intentions, and vibrations. Over time, their lives transformed. Opportunities appeared, challenges resolved with ease, and the impossible became commonplace. Their collective resonance reshaped their reality. You too can step into this. You too can radiate a signal so powerful it alters the world around you. Do you understand the magnitude of this moment? You are at a threshold where mere effort gives way to effortless flow. The actions you take now, the energy you broadcast, the choice to operate from creation rather than circumstance, all ripple outward. Every thought becomes tangible. Every intention leaves a mark. Your life becomes an expression of the frequency you inhabit. Picture yourself fully aligned. No struggle, no striving, only resonance. You move through the day as if the universe itself responds to your vibration. Opportunities appear not by chance, but by synchronization. People, ideas, resources all converge in harmony with the frequency you project. You are no longer bound by old patterns. You are the architect of reality itself. Can you feel the excitement? The tension of potential ready to explode into manifestation? This is the moment where your past efforts crystallize into present power. The neural pathways you have forged, the rewiring of your mind, the strengthening of your inner signal, all converge now. You are experiencing neuroplasticity in action. Your brain, your body, your energy field are reconfiguring. You are no longer a participant. You are a creator, and the beauty of it is not in control. It is in alignment. You do not force the world to bend. You simply resonate. You radiate. You embody. The universe responds naturally, effortlessly, mirroring the frequency you hold. This is the quantum leap. This is the step beyond effort into existence. The leap from trying to being dot. Do you see yourself? Standing tall, heart open, mind clear, intention pure. Your life unfolds as a mirror of your inner vibration. Challenges no longer block you. They are signals, opportunities to refine, to adjust, to resonate even more deeply. Success is not outside you. It is the natural consequence of the frequency you emit. You are the new version of yourself, and you live from that place now. Now, feel the urgency. This is your signal moment. The time to act is immediate. Every hesitation dilutes the resonance. Every delay risks the frequency dissipating. You have the power to broadcast, to declare, to step fully into your new reality. The future waits, but it does not pause. It responds to the energy you commit. And here is your invitation. To claim this, to anchor this, to broadcast your transformation, you do one simple yet profound action. Type in the comments, "I choose frequency." Let your signal ripple out. Let your intention be heard. Let your vibration align with the reality you wish to inhabit. This is more than participation. This is declaration. This is activation. Can you imagine the shift? Your life synchronized with your highest potential. Your days flowing with effortless creation. Your mind, body, and energy in perfect harmony. Every challenge becomes manageable. Every opportunity becomes visible. Your world becomes a reflection of the frequency you inhabit. This is not a promise. This is science, neuroplasticity, vibrational alignment, quantum resonance. Your reality is restructuring around the signal you emit, and you are not alone. Others will join. Others will resonate. You become part of a network, a community of creators, all broadcasting, all harmonizing, all amplifying the signal of a new reality. The collective power magnifies individual impact. Every choice you make, every action you take, becomes a note in a symphony of creation. Your frequency multiplies, expands, and transforms. So, are you ready? Ready to move from effort to flow? From struggle to resonance? From chasing to becoming? This is the moment where you step fully into your new self. The moment where you live not from circumstance, but from creation. The moment where the quantum leap is real, palpable, undeniable. Your signal matters. Your frequency shapes reality. Your choice defines the horizon. The future is waiting. It remembers you, and it responds to the frequency you now choose to broadcast. Do not hold back. Do not hesitate. The time is now. The leap is yours to take. Type in the comments, "I choose frequency." Share your intent. Like, subscribe. Join this collective vibration. Let the signal ripple outward. Let the world feel the resonance of your new being. This is your declaration. This is your activation. This is the final step from becoming to being. And the reward? The life that aligns with your highest potential. Opportunities that mirror your frequency. Freedom, clarity, power, and the joy of creation itself. You are no longer shaped by what was. You are defined by what you now create. You are a living signal, a quantum creator, a force of nature aligned with the flow of possibility. The question remains, are you ready to live from creation rather than circumstance? To step fully into your power? To broadcast your new frequency into the world? The answer is yours. The moment is now. The future is waiting. And it remembers you. Type, I choose frequency. Step into your resonance. Live is the being you are always meant to become.